Hi, Witchlings. This is like the third time, literally, that I've made this video, which is so crazy, but I've just been feeling so off. I don't know, I've just been feeling off. So, yeah, I made this video. Again, hi, it's April 1st. I am Shawnee the Tarot Witch, and I have for you all a weekly energy reading. And with this reading, it will give you some insight on what obstacles you may face this week, on how to take on those obstacles head first, and it'll give you some insight and some clarity. So don't forget to subscribe. I hope you like this message. Leave a comment if you do, and let's get to it. All right, just together. Spirit, we ask you, I ask that you come forward. Spirit, ancestors, I ask that you give us, aid us in trying to decipher what this weekly energy is. Give us some clarity on how we can move through April 1st unto April 7th with more clarity, with more understanding. What obstacles are we going to face? What things do we need to know? We ask that you give us these things so that we may reach and achieve our highest and greatest good with harm coming to all, to none. Harm coming to none. Spirit, we thank you for the insight that you give us, and we ask that you continue to prepare us and to mold us into our highest and greatest self. I speak on behalf of the collective. I speak on behalf of the collective to help heal and further the collective. And I thank you. All right. We got some cards out here. And what I like to do is I like to split them up, my decks, into threes. Okay. So, I'm just going to look at this for a second and get a feel. Okay. All right. So it's funny that we started the first day of April. And this first week, we're waiting. We're waiting, okay? And we're looking out into the world. And we've showed our passion. We've discerned what our passions. We're passionate, we're driven, and we know what we want. And we're looking out at all the possibility, but we're waiting. We're just waiting. We're waiting for certain things to come together. We're waiting. And we know all the possibility, but we're just waiting. So this you may feel like you're waiting this week. You may feel like you're waiting to get that okay to move forward. And in this phase right now, how you can, what will help you this week as you're waiting is and it's in the form of the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is all about creativity and connecting with your intuition, intuitively knowing to wait and when to wait and when to go. while you're waiting, you can be brainstorming, creative ideas. It's knowing, it's looking for the beauty, and looking to looking inward and focusing inward. I feel like while you're waiting, you can be you could be focusing on how you can prepare your mind for what's going on. But it's definitely, while you're waiting, you definitely need to be be tapping into your creativity, tapping into your and getting your emotions in check while you're waiting for whatever's going to come together. You're waiting, okay? And you're kind of looking at this cup like, well, okay, all right. What else? What else can we think of? What else can we daydream about? What else? What else? It's tapping into what your heart wants, because the cups are very much about the heart. So as you're waiting, listen to your heart, listen to your intuition about what you want to do when you can move. Listen to your heart, listen to your intuition about what steps you should take. Create a plan, create an idea of what you're going to do once you do move forward. Now, what you're learning, and I like this, is the King of Swords. You're learning how to take no shit, I feel like, and in a business aspect of your life, okay? Because the king, and you're transforming. There's a transformation occurring. There's illumination. You can't pull the wool over the King of Swords' eyes, and you're becoming that person that people can't. You're learning how to listen to fact rather than listen to bullshit. You don't want to hear the sob stories. As you're waiting, you don't want to hear a sob story. You want to hear, well, what can we do to push this ahead? You're becoming this dominant person, this assertive person. But some may see you in this phase of your life as you're being blunt, but you're being blunt because you know what you want. You know what level you're trying to reach. Okay, so the King of Swords is also someone that thinks. They think every step out, because they don't want to be surprised, and they are very intelligent and very organized people. So you're becoming that. You're becoming this person who would rather have all her ducks in a row before making a step, okay? And you are learning to like I said, think before you speak. You're learning to know when to say the right thing, what to say. You're learning that sometimes you do have to be this person, not rigid. You have to be this person who's like, all right, listen, blah, 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 gotta get done. I don't care how that may make you feel, because this is for me and I gotta get this done. And some people, and as you display that part of yourself this week, some people may not like that part of you, but you are not here to please everyone. And that's what the King of Swords, I'm not here to please you. I am here because I need to do this, that, and third. And you're learning how to embody that energy this week. You're learning how to be that person that can know the difference between how their heart feels and what's logical. And you're learning to think more so with your logical self. Now, I did say how you can move through this phase more gracefully is by listening to your intuition and listening to your heart with the Page of Cups. But then I'm telling you, okay, but you also have to learn how to be this King of Swords kind of person. And that's the thing. A King of Swords knows to differentiate. I can't say that word right. The King of Swords knows how to decipher between the two. or you're going to have to learn when you need to be the Page of Cups, when you need to be the King of Swords. This is all energy. So you might, to help you waiting, you might have to embody that Page of Cups to listen to your intuition, to know when to move forward. But as you're doing all this, as you're doing this, you also need to have that King of Swords that, listen, I don't want to hear your bullshit. I don't need to hear what's going on. This needs to happen. You need to become assertive. You need to become dominant. You need to take charge. You need to transform. And you need to see all the illusions so that no one can pull the wool over your eyes, right? So what's leaving? And I'm looking because I have like this whole thing, but whatever. What's leaving is the Seven of Swords, the deception, the thief card. And this dude is looking, and he's like, ooh, I'm getting away with this shit. I'm stealing this shit from you. So what's leaving are people that you can't trust. People that you can't trust. People that gossip, lie, manipulate, deceive. That's leaving out of your life. And watch y'all start falling out with some friends this week or some coworkers. But that's what's leaving. And I think that's quite beautiful as you're waiting, as you're embarking on this new adventure of life, as you're starting out this new month. What's leaving is deception. Is people who think they get away with things and they don't know, but they'll eventually get caught. You may have someone in your life that's like that right now, and you're just like, shit, like, when is this person gonna get caught? Why do they keep getting away with this shit? But it's gonna happen. That person is going to get caught. And swords are swift, so it's gonna happen soon. This person's gonna get caught with the things that they think that other people aren't seeing, but you notice. Okay? Now, what's on its way in, and it's another two, it's the Two of Cups. The coming together. Because the twos aren't like you're not moving. You're stagnant. You're still. But it's the coming together, having the courage to bring two things together. Having the courage, and you might meet someone who can help you, go forward to get past the Two of Wands. There's courage. There's a lot of courage here. There is the feminine and the masculine. You can't forget that. And there's realizing, and it's not holding yourself back and making the choice to not hold yourself back, having the courage to not hold yourself back, and to the emotional come together. So when I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that it's a coming together of the masculine and the feminine energies. It's you realizing that you need to tap into both energies to accomplish what you need. And that kind of makes sense with the Page and the King. But yeah, I feel like what's coming on its way in is is making the choice to bring these two things together. Nothing's happening. You're not doing anything, but you have made the conscious decision to bring these two things together. Now, what's your medicine for the week? It's the Chariot reversed. There's no movement this week. And it makes sense because it's the Two of Wands. There's no movement for you this week. No movement. You don't need to make any major decisions this week. Don't let anyone make you feel pressure to make any major decisions. It's not your time to take hold of the reins yet. And that's okay. Sometimes we need to remain still to really think about what our next move needs to be. Okay? Sometimes, and that's fine. That's okay. Like, you don't have to worry about that. There's nothing that's wrong with that. It's just sometimes the right answer isn't to go and your medicine is you don't know the right direction to go into, so don't move yet. Don't go yet. Don't do anything yet. Just wait. Wait. That is your medicine. Wait. So, and it may feel annoying that you have to wait, but while you're waiting, you could focus on how to listen to your intuition more and to develop a creative plan for your next step. You can learn how to say no to people, know how to put up boundaries like the King of Swords is asking you to. You can know how to look past people's illusions. You can know how to transform. Okay? There are things that you can still do while you're not moving, and while you're not moving or taking any major chances. Okay. Let's see what our oracle has to say for us today. What does our oracle have to say? Let us see. Unleash the wild within and take notes of intuitive messages. Unleash the wild within and take use of intuitive messages. When I see unleash the wild within, I feel like it's, and I'm not being biased by any means, but whenever I see unleash the wild within, I think of unleash the inner wise woman. Connect to your inner wildness. And there goes that moon again, illumination. Illuminating in your life what the wolf in you, the wise woman in you. And take notes of intuitive messages. Are said in the Page of Cups, you need to connect to your intuition. So you need to take note this week as you're waiting, as you're looking out to see what's coming on the horizon. Take note of intuitive messages you may receive from Spirit. This week while you're meditating, while you're just doing simple things around the house, take note of those intuitive messages that may be coming through, and you might not even realize it's an intuitive message, but it is. So take note of that, okay? And it says release and rest. Release the old and rest, okay? And this was reversed when I pulled it out, okay? So I feel like this is not a time of rest. You're not resting, you're waiting. You're not resting. Let me repeat that. You're not resting. You're not readjusting, recuperating. You are waiting. And while you're waiting, you can still be ready. Because this person isn't waiting, sitting down. He's still ready. Okay, so remain ready. Look out for those intuitive messages. And tap into your inner intuitive self. Tap into that inner wise woman. Unleash that wildness. Unleash that your freedom, the courageous parts of you. Unleash that. Step into your power. As you're waiting, there are things you can do, and you have some transformations that need to occur. So this week while you're waiting, please remember that just because you're waiting doesn't mean that you're stagnant, doesn't mean that you're still. You can still get shit done, and you can still make some transformations. You can still do some things, okay? And I hope that this message resonated with you all. And I hope that you all have a great week. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell button so you get notified when I put up a new video. And check me out on Instagram. I am the Tarot Witch. If you would like a reading, DM me. Have a good one, guys. Bye.